Hello and welcome to the Musty Game Dev, where we love games and we love game development. I'm here with another video, and as you can see, I have a game, a web-based game, and it's called Biblical Journey, and it's a Dungeons and Dragons adventure through the story of Jesus Christ. And yeah, I thought this might be an interesting subject because the material is public domain. It's something I know a lot about. But also, I haven't seen something like this done very well. But also, the main thing... Well, let's play the game. Let's just play a game. And you'll see, you'll see what this is. So we begin Journey. Alright. So this is very basic, obviously. Very basic. And... you can already see like one issue. I rotate the camera, but my player does not rotate with it. And then we will collect bread here. We can interact with some NPCs. And this is fish. It's kind of funny. This needs to be scrollable. But it's like a very simple world. There's water, but I can't get to it, and that's okay. And I apologize for the lag. I might need a new computer. This computer is kind of wonking out on me. All right, collecting bread, and there's no sound, there's no music, there's no background, so But as you can see here on the left, I've collected 5 loaves of bread. I've collected 2 fish. So now I just need to complete these other objectives. All right, so let's talk to Andrew. Peace be with you, friend. I am Andrew, brother of Simon Peter. We'll meet Simon Peter later, right? This is hot stuff right here, guys. Hot stuff. We'll hit continue. The boy with the loaves and the fishes is near the shore. Seek him and bring what he has to share. All right, will do. I mean, technically, I have what he has to share. So, not the best quest. Doesn't make the most sense. But I guess before we go to the boy, let's talk to Peter, the fisherman. Greetings, traveler. I am Simon Peter, a fisherman of Galilee. The master has called us to be fishers of men. We have witnessed many miracles here by the sea. Would you help us gather bread and fish to feed the multitude? And there's no real dialogue options. It's just dialogue. You're just talking. That could be pretty fun. Also, there's no collision detection. But I'm running this on a browser. This is a Chrome browser, actually. I just have this full screen. All right, now we got our final little part here in this quest here. Young boy, hello. My mother gave me these loaves and fishes. I heard the teacher is here. I want to help. Please take these to feed the people. And we did that, and that's it. That's the game. But okay, so the interesting thing here is this was all built, and this is the URL. You can go check it out, and yeah, please be kind to my account. Do not DDoS this, please. But it's a Replit app, and so I'm using the Agent 3 Replit core package thing, whatever. And I prompted all this. So that's pretty cool. And why did I do this, and why am I talking about today? I came across a video on YouTube, and we've had some comments as well that I've been answering. And again, I know the topic of AI, generative AI, large language models, all that is all up in the air. People have been talking about there being AI bubbles. I actually do think economically there is an AI bubble, but I think the technology is still valid to a certain degree. And in this way, it can be valid, where it can help you kind of get started, and then you can fine tune it later. But I mean, so far I haven't had to code much. I did add some console logs, and that's all I've added. I haven't added any actual like real gameplay code or anything like that. But let's see if we can try to prompt to get some of these fixes in. So let's add a victory state. So maybe like get some kind of text, like once you complete all, once the player completes all objectives, show them a victory screen. Okay, so we are vibing and thinking. I don't know how the vibing thing came to be. I'm not a big fan of that language because it doesn't mean anything. But let's see. It's planned victory screen integration. That took 4 steps. And now it's opening files and doing some editing. Let's go back to this game. So yeah, what I do really like, again, is just the setup. You know, this is like a lot faster than I could have made this in WebGL, which is really cool. And so I also just need to investigate this code and see how this happened, because it looks nice, you know. And for a web game, it doesn't need to be like intense with the graphics. I know there are increasingly more beautiful web games coming up, but you know, I think it's pretty beautiful. Gotta fix this rotation thing though. This is frustrating, and it's just one of those things too about WebGL, and that in this framework that Replit is using like something called React.js, which is a front-end web framework that uses JavaScript or TypeScript, you know, but JavaScript essentially to you know, to tie into the graphics APIs, and so you can render 3D graphics on a web interface. But yeah, you kind of have to like do a lot of the stuff that you take, you know, for granted with something like Unreal Editor for Fortnite or Unity for granted, and kind of do all yourself. And so it's more of like an arcane way of game development, like going back into the ancient times. Let's see, let's check in with this prompt. All right, it's still going. Yeah, it's not super fast. I will say this, it's not super fast, and I don't want to spend the whole video on this. I just wanted to show this off and get some feedback from the community, and just, you know, let me know if you like this kind of stuff. I definitely want to get back to the UFN island I've been working on for a while and actually get that published and finished. I am in between jobs at the moment, so I have a little more free time. And so, but yeah, this idea just came to me, honestly, not even for the video. I was thinking about doing something else completely different, but then I decided to do this and see what was possible. This is taking me a lot longer than I expected it to, just so I can add a victory screen. Oh yes, but yeah, going back to what I was mentioning. So yeah, on YouTube, I just keep seeing people saying you can't use AI to make games, and I think that's like yes and no, because obviously the you know, the human is one with the initial idea and kind of guiding it with the prompts, guiding the large language model, and so you do need a human to make a video game. But I do think there's a lot of lifting that can be done from a code perspective, not, you know, not quite from an art perspective in my opinion, but from a code perspective, if you make something very minimalistic, which, you know, this is what that would be, I think you can have something here. All right, marked workflow completed. Let's look at the preview. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's still vibing. What else is it doing? Okay, so it says I've added a victory screen that appears when you complete all quest objectives. To see it, you need to 1. Talk to Peter, Andrew, the young boy. 2. Collect 5 loaves of bread scattered around the world. And 3. Collect 2 fish. Once you complete all objectives and end a dialogue, the victory screen will celebrate your achievement. Would you like to test it out? Yes, I would. I don't want to ask you a question because it costs money. This work costs 90 cents. Okay, let's begin journey. Let's see what if this actually works. All right. So collect the bread. Again, I apologize for the lag because I'm recording through OBS and then, you know, running this application on my Chrome browser. But I mean, I have 32 gigabytes of memory. I don't know why I'm having so much issues, but it is what it is. All right, so we talked to Andrew. Let's just go through this really quickly. Did that. Talk to Peter. Blah 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 blah. And then young boy. Blah 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 blah. Hey, okay, that was cool. I didn't have to do any coding. I didn't fast forward or anything. That is cool. Rewards. Witness the miracle of multiplication. Okay, that's what it's called. A miracle of multiplication. That's funny. You have witnessed. I mean, technically, okay, that's technically correct. But it's just funny. Like I'm noticing that you know, that story called that. You have witnessed the power of faith and miracles. Continue journey. Now, if we continue journey, should it restart? I think there should be like some kind of event where you actually do some real D&D, like some rolls and some randomness and stuff like that. Okay. So let's say this works. Great job. You know, I'm paying you to think, not paying you to vibe. Great. I'm glad the victory screen is working well. The game now has a complete quest loop. Players can explore the biblical world, interact with disciples, collect items, and see their achievements celebrated when they complete objectives. Is there anything else you'd like me to add or improve in the game? Okay. All right. So we do have that. Let's do one final prompt and see how well it does. I think this will break it. But, and also just randomly popped in my head, this is not sponsored by Replit. I have no ad deal with them, but it would be cool if this video was sponsored by Replit because I could use the money. But let's see here. To improve the game, yes. After the player clicks the button in the victory screen to continue their journey, the player then needs to start a battle with a demon. And the battle mechanics should work like Dungeons and Dragons. Let's make it simple with only one class that the player can be, and that class will be a cleric. Then when the player defeats the demon, the player we'll see we'll see Jesus. If they lose, the player goes into a pit of despair. Okay. Yeah, I've never ran a campaign. I've only done like one shot, so forgive me. I'm not the best understanding that Dungeons and Dragons. I play more like a chaotic type of player, so I am kind of the annoying type of player. But let's see. Let's see what this does, how long this might take. Because this is honestly, you're writing whole new systems here. You create an actual battle system, which there wasn't one before. And then I don't even know if there should be like a lose condition or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So it's doing a lot. Doing a lot. Decided on battle actions implementation. Now it's editing the game store file. And just to talk about why I think this is interesting from a technical standpoint, making a web game, work, which I from my background as a software engineer and as a game developer, I think like web-based games or web services to me are harder to maintain because you're constantly getting input from players and users. Things change, packages get updated, servers need to be refreshed. In the sense that they have to be updated, rebooted because new security things happen. Whereas when you make a single exe file, you can just you can test it thoroughly, create it for a single type of platform, and then you can kind of just send it off into the world, and you don't have to think about it ever again, and it should just work, right? Like I have exe files that I created like 2 years ago. I double click, run the program, and then it still works the way it should work. Whereas a 2-year-old web app or web-based game is not even close in being that functional because browsers get updated, different requirements happen, you have different devices, and then again you have to keep paying for the server costs. It's a whole nother thing. So but the beauty of a web-based game or web resource of some kind is that then you can have you have people from almost anywhere in the globe who have internet connection can play the game. So that's pretty cool. All right. This is taking some time, as it should, because this is a pretty big beefy prompt. was thinking. You get stuck. It's vibing. It's been vibing for a while. Mine got stuck. Okay, there we go. Review D&D battle system implementation. Battle system completion restart. Completed tasks. All right. Okay, now we're restarting the preview here. But yeah, as you can see, it's not just a put in a prompt, click, you have a game. Like, it's obviously going to continue to improve, but you're going to need to guide it. You're going to need to help it. Like, for instance, the idea that it didn't automatically, because I asked it, when the game was first made, it didn't have any rotation, and then now it has rotation, but it also does not rotate the actual player avatar, right? Which again is like something you take for granted because it's so much faster to do that in Unity 3D. Okay, so I think it is ready. Try it out. Let's begin journey. Let's see what happens. All right, and obviously this inventory system should just be like bread and then a number 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. But it should also be scrollable, so you can collect more items than just like 3 items. All right, so we collected 2 fish, got the 5 loaves. Let's talk to people. But yeah, I will say this is pretty fun. Like, imagine if you could go through a book, but in an interactive, graphical way. I think this is pretty awesome. Okay, we got so another thing too that's been very annoying about working with large language models with code is that, and maybe this is with like earlier models, but sometimes you'd ask for a new feature and then it would create the new feature but then destroy stuff that was working beforehand. So there's so much testing has to go into this, and so I would say that's one thing that could be beneficial for the games industry when using AI, is that maybe they'll hire more QA people. Like, every studio that implements AI is going to have to double or maybe even triple their QA teams, in my opinion, because you really have to build automated testing pipelines, especially for web stuff. You're gonna have to build it so you can test the front end and kind of run scripts to test it outside the large language model, like after each prompt and after each PR is merged in. But yeah, you're just gonna need people to just come in and just test and just be like, let's just play this. Demon of Darkness. Ooh, okay. So I was kind of hoping for more like a 3D thing, but this is cool. I like this actually. So it has 50 HP. I'm a cleric with 40 HP, even though I think it showed that I had 100 down below here. And then battle log. A demon appears before you. Prepare for battle. Okay, I'm going to attack. So it's gonna 1d20 plus 5. Okay, cool. Enemy's turn. You rolled 4 plus 5 equals 9. Miss. Ah, shoot, that was a bad roll. The Demon of Darkness rolled 12 plus 6 is 18 hit. It deals 10 damage. Okay, so I'm alright. It's alright. So it's keeping track. This is cool. I like this. This is actually pretty cool. Alright. Now I need to heal, but I need to also attack. So let's see. I'm just gonna keep attacking. Critical miss. You rolled a 1. Your attack fails completely. Demon of Darkness rolled 19 plus 6 equals 25. Hits for 7 damage. Ooh, wait. 19 plus 6 was deal 7? But before it's 18 hit for 10. That doesn't seem consistent. I feel like it should have been a bigger hit, but whatever. I don't know. Attack again. Okay, so this scrolls. I was kind of worried about that. Okay, I finally hit. You deal 4 holy damage, but it's at 46. Oh, I'm gonna die. All right, so I'm gonna heal this time. So I'm running low, and I was able to heal. But I get hit for 9 damage. I'm gonna heal again. I'm successful. Oh, roll a 1. Its attack fails. All right, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Hit it. Let's go. Man, I keep missing, and it keeps hitting. It's like a war of attrition out here. Let's just keep attacking. Let's attack again. Okay, I'm bringing it down. Kind of. I guess we're all missing. We're all missing. All right, let's heal. Let's heal again. This is a long battle. Yeah, I need to actually probably like talk to some actual D&D campaigners to get a more accurate feel, because this doesn't feel as stressful as like an actual D&D battle. But this enemy cannot heal itself, so that's actually good. Because if it could heal itself, then we'd be in trouble. All right, let's heal. And my heals are pretty good, so that's a good thing. And then obviously, the biggest thing about a Dungeons and Dragons campaign or any RPG campaign is actual like progression. So that means you remember and you can actually like retain your properties and get stronger over time. You know, leveling up with experience points. All right, 15. You're almost there. All right, let's keep stay alive. Oh man. All right, we're chunking this thing down. This is a long battle. We're doing it for you, Jesus. All right, let's see here. All right, almost there. Boom. Victory. All right, we do. All right, let's see. You have defeated the demon and proven your faith. Behold, Jesus Christ appears before you. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have fought the good fight and kept the faith, the master. Through your courage and devotion, you have witnessed divine grace and overcome darkness. Your journey continues in the light of Christ. Okay, but there's no continue button. All right. Well, that was like pretty cool. Okay, that was fun. I had some extra fun. Obviously, I'm the one making it, but like that was fun. You guys, hit it up in the link again, please. Please be nice to these servers. But yeah, play it. Join the Discord. Comment on the YouTube video. But if you join the Discord, you get like real-time feedback from me. And let's see how we can continue to improve this game over time. I mean, personally, I am a programmer at heart, so I want to just jump into the code and like work it. But for the purposes of this video, I just did prompting. But yeah, maybe we'll jump into the code in another video. But that was it. And take care and keep playing games and keep making games. Peace.